Hello again. Um, so I'm making this video because I thought, why not? I would do a bit of a guide, and this is not capturing mouse. Oh boy. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a mouse capture. Anyways, uh, I was thinking about it, and I thought, why not? Let's talk about the one of the new units that's come to this game, the Sentry. So they deal more damage and take reduced damage when more are around. So obviously this encourages stacking them in a giant group, which further emphasizes the infantry motto of being more numbers over anything else. At level 10 they gain a damage increase per sentry in battle, so I'm assuming that's just in general, that's not a it's not a in-air effect thing. And at level 20 they gain increased rate of fire and damage for 5 seconds when a nearby sentry dies. We don't know if that's a stack, if the effects stack, if the time stacks, if more die within a certain time, if nothing happens. We'll have to look into that when that comes along. So I'm on level 2, because why not? Health is, base is 2 million health. It is really nice. The range is, I think it started at 400. So the DPS, so that's 142,000 with a shot per damage per shot of 32,000. I can count. Yeah. So that's some pretty good stuff. So how I feel that the unit's meant to be used. Obviously you want to rush them, but I'm thinking not just how do I word this? Don't have them stacked up like one on top of the other kind of thing. So here's my 2 sentries. They call my platoon's called Sentry Gunz because I like giving some of my platoons I'm gonna use a lot custom names, like funny names. So how I feel that, let's see if these guys can take this on. Actually, that'd be interesting. Let's move around and flank. Let's get that flanking bonus. I mean, I know it doesn't. Oh my god, yes. The micro is real. So they're probably not. Actually, no, let's get stack them up a little closer. So obviously these guys can't really take on the new tanks mono-y duo, but it just they're surviving a pretty strong amount, considering I've seen what these guys can do to bloody technicals and liberators and Spartans. So we're gonna retreat them, obviously. Just so you can get a brief understanding of how the unit kind of operates. So I feel that they're kind of they're an odd unit for the Sentinels because they have some of the most powerful armor in the game. Good little war factory. I mean, they have the Purifier and the unique hero Ardra, obviously. There's the Vindicator and Sunder, the unique hero. The Bishop, and I know who the other guy is. I think it's either a Bishop hero or a Caretaker hero. One of those two. You see, you see how much health it has. To be fair, it has 0 attack, but still, that's a lot of health. Comparative, the Purifier, which I believe that's their main frontline tank unit. Compare that to, say, the Hammer, which you can obviously see the big discrepancy in damage and range and all that stuff. Or did it? No, they don't. And well, they don't really have a well, their light vehicle is not really like the phalanx and the technical. They both hit ground. This is an anti-air unit. Well, you can see what I'm saying. They normally have the tankiest tanks in the game. If you look at their infantry, both of them are really close range units. For example, Acolyte versus the Liberator, you can see the range difference there. Or the Spartan ZKs, which even have even more range versus the Liberator. They're here, the Chaplain, I was going to say Burnside, no, it's Chaplain. 200 range. Just to put that to perspective, a Legacy era sniper, an elite rifleman has more range. A heavy gunner has more range. Valkyrie. What's the closest? Yeah, but so you see what I'm saying? It's got really poor range. Like, they just have really poor range. But they normally have the tanky. Look at that health at level 1. Compare that to a Liberator. Or the Acolyte, which still has more health than a Liberator at a ZK. I mean, you compare the Dracon to the Chaplain. That's a heavy infantry. To the things. To Corpus. The Breachers and the Chaplains have roughly similar health. I'm absolutely sure. Oh, yeah. Look at. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure the Chaplain will actually kill a Breacher one-on-one. So yeah, that's So yeah, the Sentry just feels like a swarm unit for the Sentinels. But the only issue I have with them, other than the damage, the stat changes are they accumulative? So for example, just an additional 1% damage resistance and damage bonus, or is it multiplicative, like a 1% bonus, 1.01 times number of units and whatnot, which would be both would be a game changer in their own right. We'll look at the cost, and we'll look at the and we'll talk about population efficiency and cost and all that once I finally get this done with. Alright, who's... Oh, hello, Nix. You're getting sent in the fray with no health, because why not? Good luck, ma'am. So you can obviously tell, I'm not exactly a, I'm not like a standard war commander YouTuber, quote unquote. Oh, run! No! No! Where is the Phantom? Where'd it go? Oh, hello. There you are. But yeah, so I think they're like 13 million for him. I'm pretty sure that's how much a Sentry. How do I struggle to remember what that is? I think that's how much a Sentry costs. So it's so if I'm remembering correctly, like I should remember it, it's a pretty cheap infantry unit. It's just more than double the cost of a Liberator, and it has a lot more utility than, say, a Liberator. Probably because the Liberator is, I think, Gen 2, or might be Gen 1, whilst the Sentry is a Gen 3 unit, obviously. Like, that's, you know, so it's kind of, it's got that going for it. Can you kill it, please? Actually, no, I can. No, I can't because their tanks are out in the field. Okay. Activate my trap card. So I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff because I don't know. I'm a weeaboo. I is whip. So yeah. Oh, don't die. Don't die. No, you're not allowed to die. I'm not allowing you to die. No, you're just not allowed to. Why can't Nyx have that thing like the Bone Saws do, where she just rams herself and suicide bombs the enemy when she's dead? Why can't all air units actually have that? Now that I think about it, like why can't all air units? This video began as like a guy and it just ended up to this. You know what? Can I just do this and just kill it? I know it's not being cost efficient. Wow. All right. Time to send in the remnants of the Sentry Gunz. Oh, to be fair, there are only two, so it's not really remnants. It's more like battered down remains of the the couple of Sentry Gunz. I don't know. I'm cringy. Okay, deal with it. What do you think I'm? What do you think I'm terrible? Why do you think I've never made a video on this game like the really potentially copyrighted dubstep on it? I'm telling you, some of it's gotta be copyrighted. I'm telling you. This base is 100 a unit, which seems like, oh boy, oh no, oh no, no. It's almost like I want to try bait them into line of fire to Phantom. The issue is, since you can't control the Phantom, it's going to be erratic as hell, and that's what's really annoying. So yeah, so the sentries actually have a decent movement speed, decent in the sense that it's not slow by any means. All right, yeah, we're just gonna bring her in now, and just if she dies, I mean, we've still got my scout platoon out. Actually, they might be able to kill it. Might be able to, if I can just do some weaving around, abusing their lack of anti-air, and just do this and target that, 'cause that's annoying. I should, oh no, nope, nope, and dead. Rip. Oh, well, you've served your purpose. Can you kill it? Oh, that bloody time. So we're just gonna finish this base now. We should be fine. This Phantom just being absolutely useful the 4th time around. Wow, so amazing. And I'm obviously being sarcastic. It was absolute trash. Yeah, so since I hit the buildings, the Maverick, yeah, no last stand defenders, which in this instance absolutely means nothing, because next, which is pretty OP. So final thoughts about the sentries and how I would use them. I'd use them just like a regular infantry unit, a bullet soak for your more important, oh, you gotta be kidding. More important units like your purifiers or whatever main frontline tank or air unit is around, and as just a general counter to air. And also, if you can get them masked up enough, they seem like a pretty good counter to pretty much anything. Now we'll look at the tech quickly just before we wrap up this video. This is a shorter one than the original one I made on this event because I don't. Yeah, faction level 2, yay. Okay, where are we? Sentry. So 2 trainings: staunch defense and unrelenting assault. So one reduces reduces damage taken while base defender by. Okay, so I think this is more emphasizing on being a base defender, putting them in your base and all that, increasing damage resistance by 0.25, so every 4 would be 1% per equipped unit in the battle. This turns up to 1% from 0.5 to 1%. So I'm wondering, if you can get a 100 of these, does that mean that you don't take damage? Because that would be just a tiny bit broken. Yeah. And then this one is increased damage up to by enemy kill or friendly death. So like the Survivor's Warlust, but to a lesser degree. Up to a 1%. So it caps out at 60%, which I don't know, like 60% additional damage is nice, but then again, you know, there's a balancing music to it. So weapon, you have blanket fire, increases damage first infantry by 0.5 per equipped unit in battle, and that's first armor. A vehicle armor, same thing. I don't know what I call it. In armor, you have vital guards, which is reduced sustained damage, and this is area damage taken. So all these pieces of tech, they just feed onto each other. For example, if you have 2 sentries equipped with it, the overall usefulness will be enhanced and all that. So this really emphasizes having as many as you can in a platoon or a squad to make them the most efficient. They are the that's why I hate their bonus, because liberators should have that. You know, because the survivors, like, can I actually generate a faction? Here we go. Yeah, the sentinels. Yeah. Like, yeah, and you see, like, we get all their units. They have the Juggernaut, one of the hardest hitting units in the game. You have the oh, these 2 things. Huh. You have this, which looks amazing. And you have this, which is I have absolutely no idea what that is. You have the envoys. Yeah, envoys, which are apparently one of the best air in the game for its ridiculously long range. You have the purifier. You have the caretaker. You know what I mean. I don't get why they get it, but you know, that's just how it is. So how would I say you should counter these sentries? Brute force, honestly. They're infantry, and if they're massed up, they're gonna do good, but they're not invincible. War dogs. okay, who's running war dogs? But if you have a sufficient number of war dogs and or max, and you just rush them in, you might be able to take them. I mean, I wouldn't count on it because dogs, they don't have range. In terms of ranged units, anything that outranges it will obviously be a superior unit. Sharpshooters with stealth, that would be a good idea. Technicals with the flamethrower, that would be pretty brutal if, you know. The phalanx, I would assume, is still useful. Juggernaut, if it doesn't die. Darkstorm, from what I hear. Just anything that's really good against massed infantry. Just don't expect. I mean, the thing about the sentries is that they won't die as easily as you expect from anti-infantry fire. They won't die as quickly. They'll fall, just not as quickly. And I would recommend putting some in bunkers, but obviously, if you're going for an all sentinel build, then yes, definitely. Like putting them in bunkers, but having some out in the field isn't necessarily a bad thing if you have them like grouped up in 2s or 3s and have them all taked out. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. So this has been a 18-minute video that was meant to be a quote-unquote short guide on a unit. Thanks for listening and hearing me ramble and whatnot. See you guys again next time.